Welcome back to the BNT Potty, aka the Braith and Tahmana podcast. We are back, another episode, episode 8. It is another lads only, just me and Tahmana chatting shit. Are you keen, Tahmana?
Yeah, I'm keen. Let's get into it.
Alright, so let's get straight into it, talking about the previous episode as well as the game show. Both of them came out on Friday, and what were your thoughts on them, Tahmana?
Look, honestly, I really enjoyed creating the game show with all the boys filming and all that stuff like that. The game show, I think it's going pretty well. I haven't checked in a while, but it was just fun to make and it was overall good time.
Yeah, exactly right. And also, obviously, episode 7 with Begsy. Look, it was alright. Begsy, nice lad. But not really a lot to talk about. So it was just a chill episode. But definitely the game show was really fun to film on the day. And yeah, hopefully in the future we could do a round 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah, round 2. It's on the cards. It's on the cards.
Exactly right. Maybe another year or something. Maybe later down the track we can do maybe different fast foods, finding it out. You never know, guys. So let us know down below. Also, quick question for the fans. What should we talk about on these lads only episodes? Because I feel like a lot of people have been saying we just talk about Sidemen and the UK YouTube scene. What would you like for us to talk about? We've been thinking about starting a new segment, maybe next week. The love segment, where Blake sends in a voice message to all of you and just talks about his week and just showing a bit of love. So if you guys would like that, then let us know down below. But yeah, for sure let us know what we should talk about, because it does get pretty boring in these lads only episodes. But I got one more thing to talk about before I pass it over to Tahmana. I was looking at the Spotify listeners, like the analytics, and it said that 1% of our listeners are Japanese and 1% is UK, and obviously then the rest is Australian. But for all my Japanese viewers out there listening to the potty, for that 1%, konnichiwa, Braith desu. You got anything in Japanese, Tahmana?
You know what? No, I don't. Even though I do know some Japanese, I'm just gonna leave it down to that horrible pronunciation from you there.
Yeah, that's probably a little racist. I don't know. I'm sorry to that 1%. But for all the UK out there, wagwan mafamalam. Wagwan, you little pussios, little pagans.
The only words, I know a few words in Japanese. I know thank you. So maybe that'll work. Arigato gozaimashita.
Yeah, shout out. Thank you to the 1% that watches from Japan. And shout out to the UK lads over there. And also, everyone else that listens to the potty. It is really good to see. But, Tahmana, what do you got for this week?
Well, this week I have some, something new that we haven't talked about on the podcast before. Obviously, because we're trying to expand the range, trying to reach as many people as we can. But I'm going to be talking about the new GTA 6 leaks that came out only just 2 days of recording this ago. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. So earlier this week, there was an announcement from Rockstar, and there was leaks that have gone out pretty much everywhere now, very accessible to the public. Basically leaking the premise, the source code of GTA 5 and GTA 6. So obviously, first of all, I'll talk about the source code of GTA 5. So they've leaked pretty much all the code of GTA 5, which you might be saying, oh, what does this mean? It just means that, people will be able to steal the game, hack the game, stuff like that, just cause problems for game developers. And then for GTA 6, obviously it's a massive deal because it's not out yet. And everyone I know is waiting for GTA 6. Even if you're just a casual gamer, everyone wants to see GTA 6. So it's kind of disappointing that someone's gone out and leaked it. Now, there's been around 90 leaked images, clips, videos. I've actually seen probably half of them now. And maybe I'll get my friend Braith here to chuck a couple of them up on screen. But it's really interesting. It's very early. It looks like it's in very early stage development, but it actually looks like a very decent game for GTA standards. What are your thoughts on this, Braith?
Stay right there.
Yeah, look, obviously, GTA 6 supposed to be coming out soon. I feel like them leaking it was a bit stingy, a bit shit. Probably shouldn't have done that because now it's probably gonna get delayed even further. So that means everyone has to wait like another year or whatever to play it. So it's pretty shit. I mean, it's alright with GTA 5, I guess, because that's already been out. I don't really care too much about that. Obviously, the game developers and all that involved with that would really care, but but GTA 6 definitely, yeah, it's pretty poor to leak all the shit. Because now there's a website where they can literally see everything, so it's just gonna get delayed, and everyone will have to wait. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, along with this, hold on a second. Okay, yep. Along with this, also we have, as you said, there could be delays in the GTA 6 process. So, I believe, as far as I know now, it's been delayed for an extra year. So that's great, just because of these leaks. Obviously, it could be brought forward or brought back even more than a year, but nah, it really is what it is. But no one knows the release date anyway. But it has been delayed more than it would have been already. Okay, so moving on from this topic, we're actually going to get into the sport recap. Am I correct, Braith?
Yes, we are the sport recap, everyone's favorite.
You. All right. Well, this week there is going to be a little bit different in the sport recap. Now, I'm just going to go through my subject, fairly quickly, and then I will let you guys know what the difference will be. So, yeah, moving to the sport recap, we have the Premier League for this week. Obviously, following the passing of the Queen, most of the games were postponed from last week. Match day 7, all the games were postponed, and some of match day 8 was postponed. So, this week, earlier this morning and yesterday, etc., was played. We had, Aston Villa and Southampton, Aston Villa winning, Nottingham and Fulham coming out on top with a 3-2 victory. Man City beating Wolves. Brighton Crystal Palace was not played in this game week. Newcastle and Bournemouth drawing. Tottenham smashing Leicester 6-2. Arsenal easing over Brentford 3-0. Chelsea and Liverpool, which would have been an interesting game, that was postponed. Man United Leeds, also another good game, is postponed. And Everton surprisingly overcame West Ham, which is probably the surprise. I mean, other than a 6-2 thrashing of Leicester, which was coming, Everton was probably the surprise winner of this match group. But that is really all of the sport recap that I have for this week. Now, what I would like to do is pass it over to Braith, because this week Braith is going to be taking a section of the sport recap.
Look, I never thought I'd get to take over the Tahmana Sport recap. It is now the Braith and Tahmana Sport recap. Let's get straight into things, keeping it on the same topic of soccer. Me and Tahmana played in the grand final last weekend. He played for Carrion, I played for East Gosford. He actually scored the winning penalty. How does it feel
Feels
to be a winner?
Feels great to be a winner, Braith, honestly. Look, I don't want to, overshadow your unfortunate loss, but it's unfortunate that you guys lost, but it's good to see that we won. Yay.
Yeah, it was very good, but obviously the Avoca side that we versed actually cheated. They register B's players in the C's, play them in B's all year, and then in the grand final put them in and stack their team. So really, they had to cheat to win. But it was all of the full time and extra time, and then I went to penalties, and we just happened to lose. A few of our players just skying over the goals, and our keeper not saving a few goals. But in the end of the day, we were minor premiers, finished on the top of the table, and it was a good season with all the lads. So yeah, can't really complain. Keen for next season though.
Yeah, it's good on you. Good season with lads. Obviously finishing first for you guys. My team obviously finished first as well. Good to see from you guys. You guys, I was there watching the game, supporting the lads, but it's just unfortunate you guys to go out. Penalties is the worst way to go out for any team. The team I was playing, Wangara, I have to say fair play to them, but I think they might have taken the competition a little bit too seriously. Before the game, they made a interview with the captain and the coach, which went for 5 minutes discussing their tactics, which is quite quite interesting. And after the game, actually, they posted the entire match highlights for for the game, and I actually feel a little bit done dirty because they've highlighted every single goal, every single everything, until the very last penalty, which they cut out. And of course, that was my penalty. But it was a little bit annoying to see that they cut it out at the end of the game.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty shit. They just don't want to see you win. They don't like looking back at that because they're sore losers. And look, if I was them, I'd just leave it in. If a win's a win. If you're gonna film the whole thing, you're gonna post it all. Why cut out the winning penalty? Obviously, Rudolph did a fantastic penalty, and that needs to be shown in the highlights. He needs that. And look, it's unfortunate they cut it out, but yeah.
It is what it is. All right, what else you got for us, Braith, in the Braith and Tahmana sport recap?
So a bit different. We're going into a bit of boxing. I know we've talked about the YouTube boxing, KSI, and that. We talked about KSI fighting two people. Well, Paul Callan? Jeez, I can't say any words right. Paul Gallen, ex-footy player, now professional boxer, fought two heavyweight guys in one match, and two heavyweights in one night, which was really good to see. I was out actually with my soccer team before the training session before the grand final because the grounds were shut. We went out for dinner and was talking a bit of tactics, even though not many tactics were spoken. But yeah, we were watching the fight on the big screen. It was really good to see him win two heavyweight fights in one night, something that never really gets done. I mean, KSI did it, but in professional non-YouTube boxing, I mean, I don't think it's really been done before. What are your thoughts on that, Tahmana?
Look, it's great. I mean, the more the more people get into boxing and the better people get, it just improves the quality of the fights. I mean, the fights were great. I didn't watch them personally, but obviously you must have watched them while you were smashing down your chicken schnitty. So yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see.
Yeah, it was good because I mean, a lot of people probably like hate on Paul Gallen because like he's an ex-footy player. They're like, oh, probably should have stick to footy. Why are you doing boxing? You're shit. This that. But bro, he did great. I watched the first fight. We didn't stay for the second fight because that was later on in the night. We didn't want to stay too long. But bro, the first fight. I mean, look, it was kind of even, but there was some like big shots that Paul Gallen put on his opponent. So I guess that kind of overrided the whole match and which made him win, which was really good to see. So that's me. I've taken over the sport recap. Maybe I can do this in more episodes. Would be really good to see. And yeah, you got anything you want to add? Want to tell the viewers anything, Tahmana, before we end this episode?
Look, I don't really think I have anything else to say. Honestly, this episode's been quite short, 13 minutes as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's pretty short, but obviously there's not always a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, there was not really any funny moment this week in sport. I don't really think there was nothing funny. I mean, last week we had the Queen chant in the crowd, so I guess that was the funny moment last week. But yeah, I don't know. Not really much else to talk about, so I guess we're just gonna have to end this one here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check us out on all the platforms. Check the TikTok out as well. We're going to be posting some more TikToks hopefully soon. And the TikTok's still going crazy, still blowing up. We actually hit like 40 followers, which is crazy. Hopefully we can grow a fan base from the TikTok and slowly grow this podcast. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. So we'll catch you guys in the next one, eh?
Yeah, see you guys. Have a good one.
sipping my tropical juice, and let me smoke this tropical weed. B, I got the maddest of flavors. Don't think that the shit comes cheap. So, bitch, don't moan when I charge 15 for a D. Just a little nigga in his zone. Grind hard, can't stay on these streets. Mish mash and I'm doing it all. Dip splash and I'm getting in peak. I'm in the field all day. No time for these stupid neeks. Come, bitch, come my way. Just watch how veteran speaks. Tooled up on the left for my prey.